So, studying in Swami's college, especially science, is a big challenge actually, because we see something in science and Swami does something else. Like, I'll tell you, we were sitting in the mandir in one of the evening. One of the boys, Swami gave him a ring, gold ring. So he was doing gymnastics. We used to do all sorts of things to get close to Swami. This boy did gymnastics and he broke the ring. Okay. When Swami came into the lines, he was giving the ring, the broken 2 pieces, to Swami for the replacement. Because even the replacement is given by Bhagavan. So then he was showing, and suddenly Swami takes both of the ring pieces, he puts it close to his, he said, he just blew it. The ring is formed. Okay? He gave it to the boy. As soon as Swami left, we saw the ring. Is there any really welded or properly welded? How did he weld it? Because see, I know as a chemistry student, gold melts at 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, but Parthi is warm, but not 2000 degrees actually. Okay, but how could he do it? Again, he says, don't try to understand me. Love me, you will understand me. He says, see, we see this every day and we need to do the science. Very difficult, isn't it? So one day we were sitting in the Vrindavan, those who know Swami's Vrindavan ashram. So there was one of the person, he used to come from a place called Nellur, which is in Andhra. Whenever he came to Parthi, Swami used to watch movies with us. I'm telling this. We watched movies with Swami. Movies of Lavakusha, movies of Balabharatam, movies of Prahalada. We watched with him. But the only thing is, some people who were good in editing, we used to work on movie, it has to be 1.5 hour. Swami doesn't sit more than 1.5 hour. So we need to make it like a 1.5 hour movie. Then Swami will watch. When Swami comes, we sit with him and watch movies. So we did that. So this man came and Swami said, when did you come? And he said, Swami, I just arrived. Swami went to the bush. He plucked a fruit, looked like a plum. Okay? He threw it. So we saw the fruit flying on our head actually, because see, we saw it. Then when Swami went inside, we searched the entire bush. Are there any more fruits left? There is no fruits. That plant, not even like flowers. Forget about fruiting. I don't know how he plucked the fruit. So he used to do these things every day. It is very difficult. Like, you study something and you see something. Then this is the divine endocrinologist. Okay. The person who is, that's me with hair. Please, when I had hair, I used to look like that. Okay. The shorter one. Okay. The taller one is Dayanand, who studied in Swami's college. Problem for Dayanand came in form of his father, because his dad wanted him to do engineering. He doesn't want him to study in Swami's college. But he wants to be with Swami. He doesn't want to become an engineer. But back home in India, parents had the control on our studies actually. So we can't decide whatever we want. That comes only in places like Australia and US. So he wrote a letter, father wrote a letter to Swami saying that, Swami, my son is not hearing, I want him to be an engineer. So Swami calls him and says, you go back and study engineering. This boy says, no Swami, I want to stay with you. Then he says, no, your dad wants to be engineer, so go and do the engineering. When Swami said, he asked a beautiful question saying that, Swami, will you talk to me whenever I come? Can you imagine what kind of a deal it is? He was asking Swami, whenever I come, you should talk. If you give me that, I'll go and study engineering. Swami said, go, I'll talk to you. So he went, he had an issue with his height, whether it is thyroid, pituitary, let's not go into biochemistry, I don't want to tell all that. So he started growing up. You can see this height is too tall actually for an Indian. So the doctor said you will end up 8 feet. That's an odd height for any Indian actually. So he came running to Swami. And he said, Swami, doctor is saying like this. Swami, smiled and said, doctor will say, don't worry. he took his head in the left hand. Can you imagine? He bent his head. With these two fingers of Swami, these two, index finger and the middle finger, Swami hits on his neck, saying that in Kannada, Udda belidirodu saku, buddhi beliyali. You have grown up enough in height, let your buddhi grow from today. Can you imagine? His height remained what was that day. None of the endocrinologist thing worked. Only divine endocrinologist works. So don't go behind endocrinologist. Go with divine endocrinologist. So Sai Gita. Swami came and asked, who wants Sai Gita? Because it's such a big question, isn't it? If Swami gives that elephant, where to take home actually? We ourselves are eating like Sai Gitas in the home, and if you take another Sai Gita, they won't allow us. So not everybody was thinking what to say. One boy said, Swami, give me. Immediately Swami materialized a silver Sai Gita and gave it to him. At that time everybody wants Sai Gita. But it's it, that boy is time. So he used to play like this. Then Swami came to chemistry department. So one of the boys showed camphor. Camphor is a chemical. Camphor has molecules, carbons and, in some certain kind of a formula. Swami asked, what is that? Then he said, Swami, it's camphor. Oh, see camphor with, carbons, oxygen, all that he has put. Swami said, what does camphor teaches you? Can you imagine? Then whenever Swami asks a question, if you are longer in Parthi, you don't answer. Because you answer, you will be wrong answer actually. Then Swami says, camphor teaches you sublimate in his service. That's why it is used in Aarti. Because when you do the camphor burns without leaving a trace. In Sai service, we should sublimate without a ego. If you have a ego, you will get into problems. Sai service is sublimating your ego. See, can you imagine a camphor, chemical can teach us you. Okay, next. So these are the wonderful days in that portico. Swami used to come and talk. Sometimes wonderful things, sometimes highly spiritual things. See, one day one boy was reading big book of physics. Swami asked him, what does Einstein teach us you? E is equal to mc square. We all know that, isn't it? So Swami tells, E is Ishvara, M is man, C is commitment to God, C is community service. So man becomes Ishvara with commitment to God and community service. Who can tell E is MC square like that except Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba? Because commitment to God, we are committed to Bhagavan. We are committed to Prasanthi Nilayam. So our relation is with Swami. How did we come first day to center? We came just for Bhagavan photo. Later on, all relationships, friendships, all those ships came in. All the ships will sink one day. Only worship will help you to come out of that, ocean. Please don't go by your relationships. He is that, he is this side, he is that side. No, our relationship only to Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, to Prasanthi Nilayam. Then Swami came one day to portico and said, boys, what is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is such a huge text. Nobody knows. Suddenly, he looked at one person called Gandikota Venkat Subbarao. Gandikota, family, very well. His father was the one who made the Sai Gayatri, who got inspiration and got the Sai Gayatri. He got up and said, Swami, Karmanyavadikar. He started chanting. Swami said, Kucho, sit down. Then Swami asked, boys, what is the first sloka of Bhagavad Gita? So we chanted, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Ayushchava. It starts like that, Bhagavad Gita. Then Swami said, what is the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanuddaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayorbhutir Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. So Bhagavad Gita ends with a word called Mama, starts with a word called Dharma. Putting together becomes Mama Dharma. Doing your duty is Bhagavad Gita. Because if you are an engineer, you do your duty. If you are a cancer researcher, do your duty. If you are, president of a center, you do your duty. If you are a member of a center, do your duty. See, it fits to everybody. Bhagavad Gita fits to everybody. That's why Swami has said actually. So doing your duty, You can give lectures, you can talk a lot about Bhagavad Gita. When there is a crisis, you need to do your duty. That is Bhagavad Gita is told by Swami. Then I was Krishna in drama. I think Krishna disappeared. Okay, so it was a Bhagavad Gita drama. Swami used to say, actually, always when he says about Bhagavad Gita, he used to tell, Lemmu Dhanunjaya Dharmam Megelichu, Egesenu Manta Vivasvatuni Vinta. Saranyamu Led means Sara Varshamu Tappa Saranyamu Led Vishwashantik. Saying that Arjuna don't even, get up, let's fight now. Because you can't become here you don't become a sannyasi and don't talk my brother, my sister, my relation, how can I kill? So Krishna said, you have to accept the rain of arrows, nothing will give world peace. Because Krishna did all the negotiations, nothing worked, then it led to war. So we did the drama, Swami came, Swami told us how to stand like Krishna. Swami asked how to stay like Arjuna. Swami was telling, because even the horses were some of the students. Swami said horses should be still. Can you imagine? When Krishna is, horse is known for moving. When Krishna is teaching Bhagavad Gita, even horses heard Bhagavad Gita. It's very, that kind of a thing he teaches. And Swami said, at the time of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was 75 and Krishna was 80. Imagine what kind of antioxidant food they ate. They went war at 75 and 80. Now we are math students, go back to what should be the Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya age. They must be 120 and they went to war. Now after 70 it is a war here. So these are the things Swami used to tell what kind of people existed in different yugas. Then this was a drama, because since I was not a singer, I went that way, writing poems and dramas and all. So in this drama I was a king. Okay, I was a king, you can see the king. So I was we don't have mush in Parthi, so as a king I had a big mush and crown, everything. So when Swami came to hostel, we did this drama. When Swami saw me as a king, he started laughing. I was like smiling, like, what's wrong with this guy? Because with big mush and, So we used to kiss Swami's lotus feet like that. There is other boy who is kissing there. With the crown, I could not kiss Swami's feet. So that is the only time, very awkward way, because the sharp nails of the crown will hit Swami's legs. So I did awkward Padanamaskar, I can say. Fast forward, in 2007, I became president of Baltimore Center in Maryland. Till then, I was a Sevadal, I was a SSC teacher, life was so easy. When you become a president, dent starts coming in, isn't it? A lot of dents will come for president. So I used to think how to take up, how to be strict and loving and lovingly strict. It's very difficult, when you take up positions. That is the time this photograph came for my rescue. If you feel a crown on your head, you cannot reach his feet, because all positions in Sathya Sai organizations are appointments. Don't take it as anointments. If you take it as an anointment and sit on the chair forever, you get into trouble. See, that's what that photograph says. Within short time, Swami teaches wonderful experiences, like in the sense that help you. Don't take anything to head. Don't take to your head and say that you are doing. Swami is the doer. So then Swami, so one day the boys ran into the Swami's, quarters. They broke all the pots staying there. And one of the person, V.K. Narasimhan, sitting next to Swami, he was the Sanatan Sar, the editor. He told Swami, your boys doesn't have discipline. Swami didn't take it. Swami said, no, they have discipline. They have love for me. They are running for me. Can you imagine? Swami said, my students, they don't run for worldly things. They run for me. Can you imagine, like a mother? This man is telling Swami they don't have discipline. Literally we can see we broke all the pots. But Swami is telling, like a mother, outside students, they run behind film stars. They run behind sports stars. My children run for me. So he's like that mother, thousand mothers love. He doesn't agree if somebody says we don't have discipline. But again, same Lord. What happened was, this was a summer course, it is a summer course quiz program. So we invited Swami. Swami came for a quiz program. I am in the team A, and 4 teams were set. Then the questioning was happening. So one of my teammate, he made a mistake while answering. So what I did was, I grabbed the mic. Swami was sitting right there. I grabbed the mic and told the right answer. So I said right in the answer, but when Swami gave a stern look, I started avoiding Swami, because Swami didn't like the way I pulled the mic. So then Swami gave the picture, and he took the pictures with us. Then Swami went off. I thought, for 2 to 3 days, let me avoid Swami so that he'll forget the incident, and I'll be okay. See, this is the way. Can we avoid Swami? So I went. Soon after that, it was a lunch in the Vrindavan. So the Vrindavan has beautiful pillars. I thought, I can hide behind a pillar and avoid Swami, while eating food. So I sat next to a pillar and about to, we were all sitting. Swami comes in. Believe it or not, he comes into the hall. I was seeing from the, corner of my eye. Swami comes, turns into the row where I am sitting. The minute, even though I am sitting that side, Swami started there. I knew very well I'll get it today. Whether I can't even get up and run also. Swami came. Swami came and he looked at me and said, "Hey," like that. The way Swami used to say. Immediately I ran and I told Swami, "Please forgive me," because I know what I did. And then he was about to give me a tight slap. Actually, I wish he would have given. I would have enjoyed that also. Then the minute he stopped, then I said, "Swami, he was telling a wrong answer, so I have to do it." See, I'm giving the explanation for my indiscipline. Then Swami said, "No, it's not about winning. It is about how to, sabha maryada," he said. Behavior on the stage, very important, because 1,000 people are watching you. You drag the mic. You may lose your quiz. I'm okay. Even if you get marks, it is fine. Don't get remarks. See, he's a highly disciplined. He's a loving mother and the father who can instill discipline. That's what Swami is about. I quickly go through because it's only 20 minutes. So, the wonderful people like, we saw this Gandikota Subramanya Shastri, who has given us Sai Gayatri. Then there is one Kamavadani, whom Swami said he knows all the 4 Vedas. And this is a wonderful incident which was told by our teacher Anil Kumar sir to us. When Anil Kumar sir came new, he didn't know where Swami was quoting all the Vedam from. So he goes to this Veda Pandit and says, "Sir, please tell me, where does Swami quotes from?" He thought, Swami quotes from some book or something. Then this man said, learned, Pandit, he said, "Anil Kumar, it's very difficult to say where Swami quotes from. I can tell you one thing. Whatever Swami quotes is Vedam." Can you imagine? Take everything what Swami says is as Vedam. This kind of wonderful people existed there. So being in Vedam gave a lot of opportunities, and it gave beautiful pictures with him. This is the priest who used to do puja in the mandir. One day he was doing puja inside the mandir. This is the altar those days. So they used to do puja for Swami's little photo there. And after the puja, he was ready to give the harti. So Swami came, the real Swami came and took the harti. We felt very happy that, this man does puja to the photo and the real God appears. It is very rare, isn't it? So Swami was going, then I touched his feet. Then because of Vedam, I was selected as a priest for Ganesha in the hostel. There was a Ganesha statue was kept. So I used to take care of it every day. I used to do. Swami came to see it. When Swami came, I was doing puja to Ganesha. I was doing Sumukhayanama, Ekadantayanama. As Swami came close, I want to show more my presence to Swami. I started a little louder. Loudly I was doing puja. Then Swami came and stood next to me and asked the warden, "Where did you get this priest from?" Actually. So then he was keeping quiet. Then Swami said, both Ganesha and the priest look alike. Actually means in the weight. So this is the way Swami used to say. Then like everybody laughed and Swami left. So the warden said, give the arti to Swami. So in the priestly attire, I give arti to Swami. Swami lit the arti. See, then when he was leaving, because I took the arti away, Swami comes to my ear and says, Santoshma, saying that, are you happy now? Because that day you felt very happy when I blessed that priest. Now, I didn't even ask that. Swami is like that. What you don't ask also, he'll give. But one day I got a phone call in 1990, January 3rd. My third sister, actually who gave me the photo long ago, to keep it in my pocket as a child, she got married. I have to tell a little bit about my family. My father passed away. So my sister, third sister who got married, she got a baby girl, then a baby boy. After boy was born, there is some kind of a depression set into her. And she suffered for 3 to 4 months. Then the doctor said, she need to go for antidepressant therapy in a place called NIMHANS in Bangalore. It is a new national mental health institution. So I didn't know anything because I was in Parthi in the hostel. My brother called and said, hey, can you go and ask Swami for guidance, because we really don't want to put her on the antidepressants. So I thought I'll just go and tell Swami and take prasadam, that is vibhuti, and send home. This was the thought. I went in the morning. Swami came and asked me, why are you here? Then I said, Swami, my sister is not well. Please take care. Swami said, sit down. So he went for the darshan, came back. When he came back, I thought I should ask Swami for the prasadam. So I went and held his hand. See, those were the days we had all that ease. So I went and held his hand and I said, Swami, please, Swami, sister is not well, take care. Swami said, hey, come inside. So I went inside the interview room. I sat with the devotees. Then Swami was talking to each one and telling them guidance, all that. I was thinking, Swami, when are you going to give me the vibhuti? I want to send it home. Then immediately Swami said, come inside. So he took me to a personal interview room where Swami was alone with me. Swami sat on the couch. When he gave so much attention, I started crying. He took my head, put on his lap and patted me. Why do you worry? Am I not there? Go tomorrow and bring your sister and mother. I will cure her, he said. In Telugu, he said, Nenu mel chestanu. That means he's the only doctor who can say, I cure. Rest of the doctors will say, I'll treat. That is the difference between divine doctor and, normal doctor. So then he goes into the room next to that, gets a bunch of 100 rupee notes, puts it into my pocket. See the perfection, love. Because he knows that this kid has to go home and bring them. He need to search for money. So God gives me money. That is the perfection of Bhagwan when he is, blessing us. So he said, go home, bring them. So next day I brought all of them. He called us for interview. My sister is sitting in the middle of the interview room. When Swami came and closed the door, the same interview room which we had so many interactions, I'm seeing a different Swami in front of my eyes. He came, he stood in front of my sister who is not well. She looked at him. Swami asked, what happened to you? She is not talking. Because then he waves his hand and he created, materialized that lingam. That lingam had a red marks on it, and Swami gives that lingam to my sister and said, 7 days you do the abhishekam. You put water on it and take for 7 days. In 7 days you will get cured. Can you imagine? He has given the prescription, everything. He goes and sits on the chair. As soon as he sat on the chair, my mother, who was next to Swami, fell on his feet, saying that, Swami, you are our God. Because these people going through my sister's issue for, long time, that 3-4 months, they know how much they suffered. The Swami, when he blessed my sister, she was so happy and my mother fell on his feet. Then Swami lifts her and says, why do you worry? Am I not there? So take care of your eyes. He told my mother, you are developing cataract. You should go for surgery in 6 months. So that is the day I realized why he is called Divine Mother. He is Divine Mother because he takes care of every mother on this universe. That's why he is Divine Mother actually. So he blessed her. Then he called my brother who took care of the family after, my father's passing away. He took care of the family. Swami said, I'm so happy as the eldest son of the house, you took care of the family. These were the Indian values, Then Swami was so happy and he materialized Akshaya Patra of Vibhuti and gives it to my brother. He started crying. Now the turn of my brother-in-law, who was, came along with us with my sister. He looked at my brother-in-law and said, look, when you have headache, Swami said, when you come with headache from the office, it is your wife who puts Amrutanjanam. Amrutanjanam is a pain balm in India. So your wife takes care of you when you are not well. When she is not well, it is your duty to take care of her. Can you imagine how Swami beautifully tells? Then he says, Tallitandrulu tittukuntu unte pillalu kottukuntu lestaru. These are the wonderful things he said. He said, if the parents are fighting, children will become violent. Then he said, house should not be a Korean war. Can you imagine? Swami uses the Korean war, a never-ending. It should not be a never-ending fight in your house. Then these are the beautiful things he said. Then when he was saying all that, my sister suddenly says, Balu, Swami, take care of Balu, that is me. Then Swami said, I will take care of him. You take care of your, child who was, month's baby, because my sister neglected. It was my mother and her sister. They were all taking care of that little baby. Swami says, you take care of your baby. Then he called me and he gave me that, vibhuti, bag, and he started giving each one, vibhuti. And since I was holding the bag, then he put it in my pocket and he sent us out. Exactly on the 7th day, after taking the Abhishekam, she became all right, took both children and went to where my brother-in-law was living. In 7th day it has happened. So his word is that powerful. It is said in Vedam, Sharire Jarjari Bhute Vyadigraste Kalebare Aushadam Janhavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayano Hari. It is said that, saying that this body is it's a moving, bhutam. They say basically it's a body, when it is inflicted by disease, it will become kalebaram. In the sense, it will lead to death. So what can resurrect that body is nothing but Aushadam Janhavi Toyam. Water will resurrect when God is Narayana, because Satya Narayana, Sai Narayana. The water resurrected my sister back. She's perfectly fine after that. Still she has and still she does. That lingam is with her. See, that's the way he came to our rescue. I saw a different Swami. He's a very, very different than what we used to see as we played I told you in the morning, so many instances. He used to play with us, laugh with us, many things. So this is the different Swami we see. So what happened is, when you don't have awareness, you enjoy Swami. When the awareness sets in, it is very difficult to enjoy Swami. You start seeing him, this is God, we are playing with him. But again, I had some more years to stay in Parthi. So what used to, soon after my sister incident, when she got cured, every day whenever Swami comes for darshan, I used to cry, because I know what he has done. I used to feel that it's just I should just cry. So maybe Swami wants me to take away from that crying. So one day Swami gave interview to all the devotees. He came into the bhajan hall. I hope you all know the bhajan hall, which is a sanctum sanctorum where the bhajans happen in Prasanthi Nilayam those days. So there is a Swami's chair, and one side men and one side ladies sit. So in the bhajan hall, Swami came and Swami said, we were 60 of us sitting. I was sitting somewhere in the middle, and Swami says, who is a good boy? lift your hand. I don't know, I felt everybody is a good boy. They all will lift hands, I'll be left out. So I lifted my hand actually. So when I lifted my hand, I'm alone with hand up in the 60 students. And that too in the middle of the crowd. Swami with his index finger, he said like this. The people in front of me gave way to Swami. It's such a beautiful thing happened. Swami started walking towards me. I was in the middle. So the line ends where I sit. Basically, I'm in that place. Swami walks. Swami came near me. Swami asked, how do you know you are good? Then I said to Swami, Swami ki telusu, saying that Swami knows that I am good. Then Swami asked one question. This reverberates in my heart forever. He says, conscience lo confidence unda. Asking, do you have confidence in your conscience? What is conscience? Conscience is inner voice. Okay, we have an inner voice and a mind which is a noise. Basically, there is a conscience. When something is wrong, okay, it will tell you don't go. But we try to snub it because we say everybody does why it's okay. See, conscience tells us where to be. Conscience tells where to go. But we say, no, my friend is here, I cannot, go there. Oh, they helped us. All these things, conscience, we try to snub. So Swami is telling conscience, confidence. Do you have confidence in your conscience? I said, yes, Swami. Swami was so happy and he patted me, good boy, 3 times. He gave me the Padnamskar. Swami went and the line closed. This incident set me for my, academic life, for my personal life. Whenever I am in doubt, that comes to my rescue. Conscience. See, this everybody, start hearing your conscience. When you hear the conscience, nobody, because it's a name itself, conscience. It will con your senses. Because senses are the ones which will take in a wrong direction. The conscience, which is God inside you, will take always in the right direction. Let us believe in that Swami. Let us believe in that conscience. Let's move towards Him, all the time, holding on to Him. Jai Sai Ram.